What's up, Magic players? I'm Doyle, your host here on Doyle Prime MTG. Today I've got a bit different of a video for you. I'm going to be showing you what singles I'm buying from Commander Legends.
Forests, islands, mountains, plains, and swamps. The multiverse is all that is, or ever was, or ever will be. There is a tingling in the spine, a faint sensation, as if a distant memory, of walking from plane to plane. Our lives have been forever changed, as if by magic. Embark with me on this journey to eternity. Experience the true power of mind over matter, as we ignite your spark and traverse into the magic multiverse.
So today I've broken down what I'm buying from Commander Legends into three categories. The first category we're going to look at is partner commanders. Second category we're going to look at is the non-partner commanders, the solo commanders, and then non-legendary creatures that I'm buying from the set. This is a set of a lot of legendaries, and that's mostly what I was buying this time around. So the first thing I picked up here is Kodama of the East Tree. This is the partner that puts you get 2-for-1 permanents basically onto the battlefield. I've always been a big green player myself, and that value excites me, so I bought it. Of course, Tavesh Sat I actually didn't buy for it to sit in the command zone. I bought it as a additional sack outlet for a mono black Yawgmoth deck that I want to build sometime in the future. Sakashima I bought because I knew her price is only going to go up from where it is, and I am in the process of building a Vial Smasher partner Vial Smasher deck. Sakashima Vial Smasher. Super Smash Brothers. All right, so Tago, Goblin Weaponsmith. All of these, other than these three were more than $1 each, clearly. But the rest of these were somewhere around $1 or 50 cents or less. So Tago, another, it was cheap. Basically, I went ahead and bought most of the partners that I thought were viable as for use. Tago, I'm thinking about partnering with Thrasios because it's good, but I think a Temur lands deck would be a fun and unique thing to build. Jeska, Thrice Reborn, I mostly bought because I also have Kamal here, I believe, somewhere. Oh, maybe I misplaced it. Okay. Well, I have Jeska, Thrice Reborn. I'm getting a Halana Kessig Runner. It's a nice little fight effect trigger. Probably would go in the 99 of something like a Galanra and Brynolin deck, the 6 CMC tribal commanders. I wanted to try out a sea monster build, the Krakens, Leviathans, Octopus Serpent stuff. Elena Kessig Trapper, I actually thought about again pairing with Thrasios for a Temur Hydras build, and then tapping Elena for mana equal to the big Hydras that we just put on the battlefield, and using that mana to either activate Thrasios or cast a second Hydra, something of that sort. Keskit the Flesh Sculptor. I'm actually really excited about this. This and Silas Wren are going to replace Urza as my artifact commander, or commanders, I should say. I'm going to do a Aristofax type style, aristocrats, artifacts style, generating a bunch of mirror tokens and Thopter tokens, etc. Rebek I bought because she was cheap, and I like I think this was more about collecting the viable partner commanders. Also, if I wanted to slot white into an artifact deck, this is not bad. I want to do an elf build. I was thinking about doing these elves, but I collected these before I realized that there's a Golgari legendary elf coming out next set. That's probably going to be maybe a little bit more synergistic than these together. We'll see how that goes. Arden and Rugrock, I wanted to kind of build slam down a colossal hammer or something crazy and equip it. But also I wanted to grab Helm of the Host and kind of focus a little more around it to make copies of Arden and use those copies to shift multiple sets of equipment around, possibly do a few of the curses, etc. Kind of make, that's more of a janky build. I got Elegith, value city, right? Just that's all that needs to be said there. Malcolm and Breaches, you got actually, I believe, on the was it the 15th of December this year? I put out a Malcolm and Breaches deck. I put Cadiz in the 99, just because she, with the Malcolm and Breaches combo being focused around, not all types of damage, not just combat damage. Dargo I bought not for combo. I actually am putting it in the 99 of the Pirates deck just because he's usually such a cheap pirate. Tormod and Slurk I got, just they're really cool. They're flavorful cards. Slurk I think would partner really well with Rayhan for those of you who want to do an Ooze tribal build that don't just want to do the Umori, I think it is. Just making all creatures cost one less doesn't feel tribal as a commander. I think Slurk and Rayhan would make much better pairing for the Oozes than that, or even so than the Mimeoplasm, because that's not even really a tribal feel either. Tormod is reminiscent of Sir Conrad, which is just a blowout card in some of these decks that are coming out nowadays. Even especially the mono black Sir Conrad focus deck. Put your whole graveyard in and cast your commander and swap your graveyard and your library and then keep doing that over and over and over again and just machine gunning everybody down mono black stuff. Yeah. So those are the partners that I decided to pick up. The other ones didn't really interest me all that much, but there are some solo legends that really did pique my interest. The first of which is the Abomination of Llanowar. I thought about doing an elf ball with this deck too, but I kind of wanted to do a little more than just elf ball. I wanted to do aristocrat style elves. I really, if you've seen my Marin deck, I really put a lot into the aristocrats. Zara Renegade Recruiter, she's going in the Pirates, obviously. I don't plan on running her as a commander, but she would be a fun build, and it would be cool to see somebody do that. If you guys want, anybody wants to see a deck tech, shout it out in the comments, and I'll get right on it, I guess. Emoti Celebrant of Bounty, again, 6 CMC Tribal. I think I would go with the partner build just because there is a specifically draw a card and mana ramp on that green elf. But this would be fantastic in the 99. Yurlok. Woo! I am so glad they printed this. This is such a fun card. I've wanted to do kind of a Jund stacks theme that wasn't really focused around lands, and this really, this is more of a slug than stacks, but You can run some stacks pieces in the slug deck, and it just it's fun. I'm good job, Wizards. This is a fantastic reprint. Belby, while she would be fantastic in the Yorlock deck, I think I'm also a little excited about just building a Belby deck over here. I can't express how happy I am that Golgari is getting some more attention. I am a little partial to the Golgari. As far as Commander goes, when I played 60 card more often, I was a little more leaning towards the Orzhov myself, but we all know White needs some help in Commander. Next up, Araumi of the Dead Tide. She seemed fun. I think she would be cool to build on a budget. Just for a quick, go through my collection and shove some cards in there and see how she runs kind of deck. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Some stuff that, like, when it comes in the battlefield, untaps her and is cheap, so that maybe I can use her ability multiple times. That would be nice and splashy. I want to build a Timmy version, not really straight to the point. Obeka Brute Chronologist, which I would put Arami in if you have her. Obeka is just a really unique. I mean, it's Sundial of the Infinite deck. In Grixis, which is perfect colors for it, because there's a lot of until end of turn effects, or at the end of the turn something bad happens type of effects in those colors, and Becca lets you utilize them quite well. She does play into politics, but with her, you're going to end up getting a lot more value just tapping her on your own turn. That untapping her is really an option. Of course, I got also the tortoise and the hare for flavor. This one's for the binder. It cost me less than $1 to get both of these when I did order them. I like to get the regular prints. I don't like, if I happen to get a fancy print for a good price, then I'll pick it up. But I like to get the regular prints because they are nice and they don't cost me a lot of money. And yeah, that's about it. They're nice and they don't cost me a lot of money. So Nevinril, Larry Nevin, or Niven, Urborg Tyrant. All right. I've always been a fan of Nevinril's disc, and this is again one of those artifacts that got turned into a legendary creature. This is just a really cool concept, and I wanted to build around this using stuff like Kaya's Ghost Form and Return from the Battlefield, or return. When this creature dies, return it to the battlefield type of effect. It's really cool. It's really cool. Jared Carthalion, True Heir. I thought about building a Queen Marchesa deck, and then this came out, and I ditched all of my plans that I had for Queen Marchesa, and I think I'm gonna build one because Jared is cool. He's just got this, he's got this hero eminence to him. He's got a magic sword. That's like it's almost like adult Finn the Human. Lathiel, Boundless Dawn, easy to build on a budget. A lot of green-white stuff that does this. Just lifelink and 1/1 counters. It's easy to build, easy to give to a new player, and have them play and have them join in and have fun. Hans Eriksson, gotta have it. I don't know that I'm actually going to build a deck on this. I might hang on to it a little while, trade it for something. But I really enjoyed it, and again, this was less than $2. I just snagged it right up. AZ, Tyrant of Gyre Strait, because I have to have all the you may play additional land effects, and who doesn't want a second copy of Tatiova in their deck? I don't know why that's the only one in the sleeve. Hamza, Garden of Erishin. also the 1/1 counter synergy deck. Like this is going to be pretty much, almost interchangeable with Lathiel, um, more or less. But they definitely kind of go in each other's decks. And it's another one that's easy to build around, especially on a budget. It's kind of my focus here is building decks that are not super crazy expensive, and leaving the Gaia's Cradle spot. Like, well, you could do a forest and it's fine. You could do whatever that one is that flips. Anyway, Blim Comedic Genius. It's the Rakdos Zedru. Give people stuff. But Black has a lot more cards that are good for you at first and then sucks. So it's really nice to give those away. I think this will be a fun deck to play with. Yeah, that'll be good. Belborka, Spectral Sergeant, because Boros just needs help. And I think this is actually cool. This is a great design space. This is something that we've never seen before in any colors. It fits the feel of red and white. It's exiling things. It's the temporary exile or the permanent exile. It doesn't matter. Either way, things are getting exiled. You're able to smash face. It's very aggressive. Feels almost like Feather, but just not quite as fast, I don't think. But cool. I like to see more stuff like this. Averna the Chaos Bloom. I kind of worked on a Averna deck for a little while, and it just felt like exactly what you expect, But we'll see. We'll see if I put out a video on her or not. We'll see. Amaret the Lustrous. I just bought this to go inside of the Ur-Dragon because it needs a little bit more card value, a little more card draw. I'm also going to be putting stuff like Garrick's Uprising and stuff in there as well. I had a build. It's just a little slow for the more modern, quick, pow, pow, pow style of commander. It was a little more battle cruiser. So hopefully this will speed them up a little bit. And finally, again, Arcanum Weaver, because I have a lot of enchantments that are red or white or black that I used in 60 card that I have really no use for in Commander. So I thought this might give me a little temporary. Again, one of those decks I go through my collection and try to find all the cards that I haven't used a whole lot, and maybe before I put them up on TCG Player, just get some use out of them real quick, and who knows, maybe somebody else will like that deck and find a home for it. All right, and down to the last stack, the non-commander cards, or cards for commander, but not commanders themselves. Hull Breacher. I got this card because I have a Commander deck that I love very dearly, and it just, why shouldn't it get better? It's Simic colors, right? It needs all the help that I can get. It's going to make an appearance in the Pirate deck as well, but outside of Tribal, this doesn't excite me. This should have been a white card. Blue-white, maybe like a blue-white and 2 would have been a very fair and restrictive cost for this card. It would go in the decks that it's, it would kind of force the decks to contain white, which, as we know from the Command Zone episode where they did a whole bunch of stats, adding white to your deck makes it worse. That being said, Austere Command, I picked up too. I've been wanting some of these cards. I actually realized a while back I didn't have one, and then the price jumped before I could snag some. So I just got a couple. It's a versatile board wipe. It's so versatile. You can just nail your opponents in the face, and so many times this is just more one-sided than you anticipated it being, and it's fun. Bio-Waste Blob, because I like oozes. I like the green 1/1 counter synergy. Fun stuff. Fun, inexpensive. Flamekin Herald is really good with the all the partner commanders. If you get this out early in the game, your commanders are just going to be generating you value. And even though they're accruing commander tax, they will still generate you 2 cards worth of value. So a few times commander tax is not going to be that big of a deal if you're getting that much extra value. Court of Ire, great red monarch card draw in red, needs it. Also helps you, a little removal. It helps you keep the monarchy. It's really nice. Good job, red. Stump Squall Hydra is a bad card. This card is not good. Don't buy this card. However, I have to have all of the Hydras, so I bought it. Sphinx of the Second Sun, really cool card. I've always liked the extra upkeep type abilities. It's just really fun sounding to me. This also, you get to untap, upkeep, draw a second time. That's like the important part of the turn. That's it's almost 2 turns for 1 if you're not worried about combat. And this is blue, so even though you're a big 6/6 flying beefy boy, you don't necessarily need to do a lot of combat if you're using this type of strategy. Magus of the Order, holy mother of grace, this card is perfect for Marin. Wow, I wish I waited to put this in Marin before I put my deck tech online. This will be saved for like a deck update video, but it's a what is it, natural order or something that the main version of this card is. I can recur this with Marin. I can cheat it onto the battlefield and then pay 1 tap and sacrifice it and get my Protean Hulk, and then sacrifice the Protean Hulk and then get my combo win. So cool. They're just making it easier and easier to win with Marin. First I got Fiend Artisan, now I got this. Port Razor is a pirate. I got it for the pirate deck, but it's an extra combat deal, and I really like that it's an orc. I think we need more orc cards in Magic. I think it would be good explorative space, especially for red. I don't know that they would necessarily be white, but hey, this is Magic's universe. This is not Lord of the Rings. This is not World of Warcraft. Orcs can be anything in Magic, and this one's a pirate. This one's great. Gives you extra combats. You could, if your creatures are unblockable, you could get a combat for each opponent that you have. So you could attack each of your opponents with your full force. Wow. That's cool. That's a game ender right there. Emberwild Captain. Boom. Monarch. Card draw in red. Non-impulsive card draw. And it protects you while you're the monarch. Good. Just good. Hellkite Courser. Going in the dragon deck. Gonna get the Dragon out. Gonna attack with it. And the Hellkite Courser. And we're gonna do some real unexpected early damage. Also, War Room. I got actually 3 of these because they're cheap and they're really good in mono red, mono white especially. This is just a really nice little touch for monocolored commanders. I can't say too much about this card. It's 3 tap, pay 1 or 2 life in a 1 or 2 color deck to draw a card. That's on a land. That's not a bad idea. And it still taps for mana. It's not one of those like Maze of Ith where you have to slot it into a non-land slot. Anyways, that's so that's what I'm buying from Commander Legends. That's what I bought. That's what I got. I don't. There's nothing else that really jumped out at me other than Rings of Bright Hearth. Obviously, is great. I have one of those on the way. Actually, I think I might have bought one of those. Those got a actually meaningful reprint. Those are going for I think like $6 or $7. Don't mark my words on that, but they're not too bad. However, the scroll racks I know are extremely expensive still, and we still need a more meaningful reprint of the scroll rack. That's worth its weight in gold. Now, I think that might be asking too much. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching my video. Please like, share, subscribe, etc. If you have people that are wondering what are the go-to grabs in Commander Legends, well, this whole lot did not cost me a whole lot, except for 4 of the cards. So if you are watching this video and you want to buy the not so expensive version, don't buy these 4 cards. This one's not too bad. It's like $6, $7, $8.
If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit that like button and also share it with your friends. If you want to see more videos like these or hear me ramble about how to navigate this Magic multiverse, go ahead and click that subscribe button to stay up to date on the latest from me, Doyle Prime, and the happenings throughout Magic the Gathering. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you all next video.